بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد سيد الخلق أجمعين اللهم ربنا اغفر لنا ذنوبنا وارحمنا واهدنا واهد بنا وعافنا يا ربنا وارزقنا وباركنا اللهم فيما أعطيتنا وارحمنا وأنت الرحمن وأنت الرحيم. Today is our last day with the month of Ramadan meetings that with the will and the rahmah and the hikmah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we went through the surah in the Quran one by one, juz' by the 30 juz', inshallah. Today is our last meeting. The day after tomorrow on Sunday will be the Eid. And tomorrow we will not going to be having either Taraweeh Salah or we're not going to be having this meeting. But inshallah, our Eid will be on Sunday. So today I have a few things I can discuss with you, inshallah. Number one is that, inshallah, we will be discussing the two juz'. That is our remainder in our agenda, inshallah. Juz' number 29 and the juz' number 30, inshallah. Juz' number 29, in a nutshell, talks about the Muslim and the da'wah for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's the ultimate responsibility. It is part of our deen that you cannot disregard, you cannot ignore, not like some other religions that if you take that religion, that's enough for you. That's not enough for Islam. Islam, you need to be a da'iyah. You need to introduce your deen to others. The deen has spread through the word of mouth, through mentorship, through leadership of human being to another human being. It started with one. The entire Muslim ummah was one person. When Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam came off that mountain, the whole Muslim ummah was him alone. Eventually became 2, 3, 4. Today is 1.6 billion. It will be at one point will be the entirety of all the every single human here on the face of this earth will be Muslim. Not by any other way except da'wah. The da'iyah, and the one who's going to introduce deen to others, has to be armed, has to be well equipped with tools. These tools are in the juz' number 29. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala starts with Surah Al-Mulk, beautiful surah, to emphasize that the ownership belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He owns everything. He's the one who created everything, the one who runs everything. And whatever you do here, it belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who gives rizq, gives sustenance. Keep that in mind when you are talking about the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The next surah, the surah number 68, is Surah Al-Qalam. Surah Al-Qalam, which is the pen. And if you notice, it's not a coincidence that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He revealed the very first surah upon Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, it is Surah Al-Alaq. Al-Alaq is Iqra, read, recite. And Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was not a reciter. He did not read. He did not, get the reading part of things. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered him through the Jibreel. He says, read. The next surah was revealed on him was Surah Al-Qalam, Surah Noon. This is it. This is the surah. And in it is basically Noon wal qalami wa ma yasturun. And the pen, what it writes, it's a subliminal message to the Muslim ummah that you need to start writing. You need to write. Writing and documenting your deen, your knowledge, for it to be passed on, for you to emphasize the point of knowledge in our deen. Number one, recite, read. Number two, write. Subhanallah. And you notice that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala starts with this, Noon wal qalami wa ma yasturun, ma anta bi ni'mati rabbika bi majnoon. You are not, out of your mind with the ni'mah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's not something unfathomable and completely unbelievable. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَإِنَّ لَكَ لَأَجْرًا غَيْرَ مَمْنُونَ. That is the method of the da'wah, to spread the deen of Islam from this point. recognizing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, giving all was due to Him. And then number two is that for you to document it, to go forward with the message through a authenticated method, for you to write it, for you to deliver the information. The Islam in the days of Muslims, when we had libraries, it spreads in throughout, buildings and buildings and buildings. The whole world did not even know how to write. The whole earth did not even, only the elite would know how to write and read. In Islam, we had the biggest libraries, we had books and books and books. We had a book when it was thrown, the books in it by the Mongols thrown in the Euphrates River. The river became black for 3 days because of the ink that came off of these books. You can imagine how much knowledge we lost in these books. But this is the order, this is how our deen is. Surah Al-Haqqa, the next surah, number 69. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Al-Haqqa, the one that comes the haqq with it, brings the haqq the day of judgment. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala speak of the people of Thamud, the people of Fir'aun, and how they disobeyed, and on and on. Anybody who does not listen to the message, does not understand the da'wah beyond this point, they will face their demise and their death. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, pushes forward with it. And the biggest two examples of the da'wah is in Surah Nuh, this surah number 71. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about one specific da'iyah worked for 950 years of his life to spread the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala amongst his people. And how many people believed in him? 70. That's an average of one person per 15 years. One person. And you know what he has done? Never gave up. He's shown the perfect example of how to become a good da'iyah. This is Surah Nuh, the Prophet of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Messenger of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, how he spent all his life, and for us to learn from his behavior. Look what he has done. Look how much patience he had. For 950 years, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guided him and gave him patience for him to do it. This is our message here. And not only to mankind, the message is actually to the jinn. Look in the next surah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala speaks of the jinn. Look. قل أوحي إلي أنه استمع نفر من الجن فقالوا إنا سمعنا قرآنا عجبا. This is the second reference where the jinn are spoken about, that how they listened that to a message of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the message of Islam, and they took this message to their people to guide their people. This message is to be spread, to be forecasted, to be put out there, and it takes people who are educated with this need, who carry the load. People are patience. Patience. They have the patience in their hearts. They have the perseverance in their action, and they have their ways for them to push forward with it. And what is the qualities of this, da'iyah, other than the example of Nuh alayhi salam and how he spread it, amongst his people and even to the jinn? Look at the next surah. The surah number 73. Ya ayyuhal muzammil. Oh, you the muzammil. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, when he came off the mountain, he was so scared. He says, cover me. He was so scared and so startled. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala called upon him saying, you're the one who cover your head. You're the one who's covering right away from responsibility. Get up in the middle of the night. Straighten your path. Make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Don't go to sleep. Spend half of the night making dua to me, and I will answer your call. Make dua to me, and I'll give you everything you ask for. And on and on. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you the full guidance in Surah Al-Muzammil and Surah Al-Muddathir, the next one. If you really want to have the perfect Muslim, the good Muslim, start with Surah Al-Muzammil. That's how you start. You get the qualities of how to get up in the night. You spend most of the majority of the night. You make dua. You recite the Quran. You go out there. It's not, there's no meaning here at all for you just to make da'wah by you spreading the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala without going to work. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the last ayah in Surah Al-Muzammil, عَلِمَ أَن لَن تُحْصُوهُ فَتَابَ عَلَيْكُمْ عَلِمَ أَن سَيَكُونُ مِنكُمْ مَرْضَى. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows that some of you are going to be sick, not going to be able for you to perform the job. وَآخَرُونَ يَضْرِبُونَ فِي الْأَرْضِ يَبْتَغُونَ مِنْ فَضْلِ اللَّهِ. Others are going out there seeking what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has destined from them from wealth and of these commodities of this earth. وَآخَرُونَ, and some others are fighting for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But you know what? Recite the Quran. Stand up for your deen. Do the best you can overall. Surah Al-Muddathir, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Ya ayyuhal muddathir, oh you're the one who is covering yourself. Qum fa'anzir, get up and reach out with warnings to the other. وَرَبِّكَ فَكَبِّرْ, make takbir to your Rabb. وَثِيَابَكَ فَطَهِرْ, and you clothes, cleanse and clean your clothes. وَالرِّجْزَ فَهْجُرْ, all the dirty and the fallacy and the bad things, walk away from it, leave it alone. وَلَا تَمْنُنْ تَسْتَكْثِرْ, and on and on. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brings it to Surah Al-Qiyamah. لا أقسم بيوم القيامة ولا أقسم بالنفس اللوامة. The ayah number, the surah number 75. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, do the mankind think that we're not going to collect his bones? Oh yes, we will collect his bone. We will collect his little pinky, little finger. We will collect it. But the insan yafjura amama. He is just walking forward. He's causing all this destruction, the path of destruction in front of him, except the ones who are doing the good deeds. This is a stringent warning to mankind who are not adhering to the rules of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives another warning, another type of warning, but in a very positive, in a beautiful way. Talks about, in Surah Al-Insan, هل أتى على الإنسان حين من الدهر لم يكن شيئا مذكورا إنا خلقنا اليوم. Is there a time where mankind did not exist? We have created man from a drop, a liquid drop. And look what he's at now. He become this big guy, and he thinks himself so powerful, and he's so able, he can defeat anything. And subhanAllah, today, look at us today. We all trapped in our homes because of the fear of something we can't even see. A small virus. We're so scared. We are sitting home. We think we're tough. We think we're really, able. We really are capable. Look at us. Look how weak we are. And the ultimate. Through Surah Al-Insan today, subhanAllah, it describes the exact condition of us, who we are today, of the real us today. Only a few months ago, we were up there. We're like nobody as big as us. Nobody's capable as us. Today, everybody's scared, everybody's wearing masks, and everybody's saying, you know what, I'm going to leave my will behind because I'm not going to make it throughout the rest of the night. SubhanAllah, what has happened to us. Surah Al-Mursalat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala speaks also of what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has sent overall and how it's sent out to people. The Juz 29, it's about the message and sending out the message. This message, the message of Islam, it's not exclusive to one person, to one nation, to one group. It's not exclusive to a specific period of time. It's to be carried out throughout the centuries, throughout all the vast, corners of this earth, to be carried out, to be taught, to be practiced. And our responsibility is to carry it, to deliver it. Now, if we don't do that job, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would put better people than us. And they would do the job better than us. I want to tell you, if we are really lucky, if we are given this chance, that to be part of this message, part of Islam, part of the carrying the message, have it on our shoulders. So Juz number 30, and I'm going so fast with this because I know that no matter what I do, there's no way to cover every single surah. 37 surah.
Cannot hear.
This is number 30, 37 out of 114.
Background
That's almost
noise.
1/3 of the Quran as numbers. Even though so one juz out of 30, one out of 30, but contains 37 surah in it. What is he talking about? In this 30, in this last juz, number 30, it's actually more like a summation of the entire message in very small segments. That is the rahmah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to make it easy on us. If you want to talk about Tawheed, you can recite one surah. قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ اللَّهُ الصَّمَدُ لَمْ يَلِدْ وَلَمْ يُولَدْ وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ كُفُوًا أَحَدٌ. As Ibn Abbas told us, he says, this surah is equivalent to 1/3 of the Quran. One time there was this Imam, he stood there in front of, with these people saying, today I'm going to recite 1/3 of the Quran with you in my salah. And everybody looked at each other and said, La ilaha illallah. We're not going to leave. We're not going to go home today. We're going to be here all night, maybe the next day. He recited Qul Huwallahu Ahad. That is 1/3 of the Quran. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala showed us one side of it. The other side of the ikhlas, the sincerity, is Qul Ya Ayyuhal Kafirun, also in this juz. it speaks of the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the one and only. If you want to talk about all what's in the Quran, is all summoned in quick, in a very precise and a very condensed way in the juz number 30. And I remember the days, my Sheikh used to tell me, he says, when you teach the Quran, you're going to be teaching the juz 30 all the time. This is going to be your emphasis, because that is the one that everybody will recite, everybody will learn, everybody would know, everybody would be asking about. In it are a summation, the story of Musa alayhi salam, the people of Thamud, the people of Ad. It has all these nations are summoned in very, kind of bullet points here and there to tell us what they've done. Talking about the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, talking about the, all the stuff we should be doing in our daily lives, one by one by one, with ease, very smooth, very easy going on us, inshallah. So if you look at the juz number 30, is basically is something that we get to be in touch with continuously. It's not, some of the brothers, mashallah, they're so involved with being with their earthly life or whatever. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not make it too difficult on them for them to memorize Surah Al-Baqarah or Surah, for instance, Surah Al-Imran or Surah Al-Nisa are so lengthy and it takes so much time. You have a chance for you to memorize a little bit of it, but for you to gain a lot of knowledge, for you to get a lot of enforcement from your deen, and that's what the juz 30 is. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. This is our Quran. This is our honor. This is our history. This is our past. This is our future. This is our connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As I tell you, brothers, the prophecy ended. There's no more prophets. There's no more messengers from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. No man will ever be spoken to Allah by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to deliver a message. The seal of the old prophets was Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. But the gate of the prophecy is still open. The gate of connection is still there. That gate, that door between us and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is through the Quran. That is the connection. If you want to hear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if you want to hear the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, open the Quran. Dig deep in it. Recite the words in it. Understand the meanings in it. If you are ever in a doubt about anything, open up the Quran. If you are ever in a state of discomfort, state of being shaken, state of being scared, open the Quran. If you ever have any issues with your life, open up the Quran. If you have an issue with your family, recite Surah Al-Baqarah, Surah Al-Imran. Look what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala opened up the gates for you. If you ever lose a job, or you think you're going to lose a job or money, recite the Quran. Look how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you the comfort and the ease in it. This is our connection, brothers and sisters. This is our honor. This is our life. The whole deen is hanging on the Quran. And Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said that for every somebody who recites one letter in the Quran, it has hasana. Is it one hasana? And that is a normal hasana. But again, every hasana for 10 folds. And he said, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, said, I don't mean alif lam mim, one letter. And I said, alif, one letter, lam, one letter, mim is a letter. So alif lam mim is 3 letters. Brothers, do you know how many letters are in the Quran? 720,025 letters. So, if you completed the khitam, the complete Quran from the beginning, from Fatiha all the way to Surah An-Nas, you have accumulated 720,025 hasana, singularly. You multiply that normally by 10. How much is that? You multiply that by 700, and the sky is the limit. Look how much hasana, look how much rewards you would get by just reciting, by just the recitation. You can imagine how much barakah is in this Quran. Inshallah, walhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, there's no way for me to say that I've given this Quran in any which way, any kind of justice or any kind of enough for me to describe what's in it. It's an ocean and of wealth, an ocean of wealth of knowledge is in it. And I could spend weeks and weeks and weeks talking about one ayah and one word. You know how much time it takes, but this is how you dig deep inside these words. But we try to, cover it as much as we can for us, inshallah, um, get pretty much just a general idea. And it's only 15, 20 minutes every day, not to make it too difficult on you, not to make it too much hard on you. And if I've said something wrong throughout this 30 days, I ask you, it's from me, I ask you for forgiveness. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us. And if I did something good and there's any benefit in it, it is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who gave me the honor and gave you the honor for us to be here to discuss the Quran with each other, inshallah. Quickly, inshallah. We will be continuing with our weekly programs as it's not starting this Monday. This Monday is going to be Eid because our Eid will be 3 days. So it's going to be Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. So this Monday, we're not going to have a halaqah for the seerah, but we will continue with the tafsir on Wednesday, inshallah. It will be between 7 o'clock until 8 o'clock every day on Wednesday, inshallah. And we could change the time when we make some mashwara between all of us, inshallah. If you want to change the time, we could do that also as well. And we are going to be connecting on the same connection as we are doing it right now, on the same Zoom, on the same halaqah, on the same connection, on the same link. There's no difference. It's going to be starting at 7 until 8 every day on Wednesday, inshallah. And we will start the seerah the following Monday, inshallah, also as well. Now, we want to make a quick dua, inshallah, before we disconnect the YouTube. Say, Allah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala open up our hearts. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept our ibadat in the month of Ramadan. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, inshallah, will accept from us and make us, inshallah, from Ashabu Jannat and Na'im, inshallah. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, inshallah, bless us and bless us with the Quran every single day in our